produce the fruit of the Spirit by walking in step with the Spirit. People will know who we are by the fruit we produce. They'll know that we are children of God. They'll know that we are His disciples by our actions, by our lives. And so that's what we're talking about in this series. And we've been asking a question. Do you guys remember the question we've been asking each week? You're on fire today. Where did you see God today? So I want you to turn to your group real quick. And just real quick, I'm going to give you just like 1 minute. Think, if not today, then think about like this last week. Where did you see God recently? Go. When we believe in Jesus, right, and we start walking in step with the Spirit, we've talked about this the last couple of weeks. If you missed out, I encourage you to go watch it on our YouTube channel. We've had some great talks on this. But basically, as you walk in step with the Lord, it's not our own, like, there's things I'm good at. There's things I'm bad at. This is what we talked about last week. Some of the fruits of the Spirit, I'm really good at. Some of the fruits of the Spirit, I'm not very good at. And so the Spirit literally needs to transform me and produce that fruit in my life, because on my own, I wouldn't be able to do it. The fruit of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And so, like, there's a couple of those that I'm pretty decent at, and there's a few of those that I'm not. And so, like, I want you to think real quick, 30 seconds within your group. Go around in your circles, and what's one that, like, you would say is your least produced fruit in your life? There we go. All right, how many of you said patience? I heard a lot of you right off the bat. Patience? How many of you like kindness is yours? How many of you is one? Who had something different? I'll just let you shout it out. Real fast. Peace. Self-control. Anything else? Patience. Self-control. Yeah, that's a big one. Depends on who you're with. How many of you say would change versus at home or at school? Yeah. Is it easier or less easy to have patience with people at home than at school? It's easier to have patience with people at home? Okay. Yeah, I think that's true. So each of us have things that we're good at, things that we're not good at. We talked about that a little more last week, but it's good that we're talking about this as a group today, because all of us have different perspectives. All of us see things differently. And so this is something that's really cool. In order to have empathy, not sympathy, but empathy, the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and show compassion, in order to do that well, you have to understand people who are different than you, or at least attempt to understand people who are different from you. So this gives us an opportunity to do that today. And part of understanding the fruit of the Spirit that's either produced in your life or in the lives of those around you is you have to see, you have to know what you're looking for. Seeing the fruit of the Spirit around you starts with knowing what to look for. And so let's go back to that list in Galatians, right? Paul is talking to the church in Galatia, and he says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace. Forbearance is a word that was not in the translation I memorized growing up, so every time I see that on the screen, it like throws me off, but then in parentheses it says patience. So thank you, NIV, for changing everything. But patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness and self-control. So I think most of us have an idea of what these qualities look like in our lives or in the lives of those around us. But oftentimes our perception on what this should be is different than the way God has in mind. So what we're going to do is, and I'm going to try to move quickly because we have 9 of these. If you count those up on the screen, there's 9 fruits of the Spirit. And I want to give you enough time to sit with each of them and unpack them a little bit within your group. So I'm going to give you guys just a few minutes with each of these, and I want you to try to, there's some questions that'll guide you, but I want you to break down each of these to try to figure them out a little bit more, okay? So the first one is love, okay? So I want you to turn to your smaller group. There's some questions on the screen, and I want you to feel free to go through those however quickly or slowly that you would like, and then we'll move forward in just a couple minutes, okay? Go. Was that helpful for you guys to kind of just process each individual fruit on its own? Like, hopefully that was helpful for you to kind of digest that a little bit deeper than we've been able to do the last few weeks. But my application, again, for you guys this week is very similar to previous weeks. One is to look for the fruit. Look for it in your own life. Where can you produce it more? Where can the Spirit help you produce that more? And then also look for it in the lives of other people. When you're looking for it, when you're asking yourself, where do I see God today? When you're looking for the fruit of the Spirit, you're more likely to see it and you're more likely to emulate it. So to do it yourself. So look for fruit, and secondly, take a step to connect with Jesus. All right, this all boils down to your ability to be connected with the Spirit, to walk step by step with the Spirit. And so where can you connect with Jesus this week? Again, that can be the devotions that are free, that go along with the series. That can be something else, your own plan, your own Bible reading plan, or it could be just your prayer life, making it a habit each and every day, or whatever it is. But look for a way. What is one way, one step that you can take to connect with Jesus this week? Because seeing the fruit of the Spirit starts with knowing what to look for. And hopefully this little exercise today helps you know better what to look for when it comes to walking in step with the Spirit. So I'm super excited for the series to wrap up. We still got a couple more weeks of this, which I'm pumped about. And Jeff, you had something to add? Yeah, that's really good. I love that insight. Like, for those of you who didn't hear, like, each of the fruits seems like you can't describe that fruit without also borrowing from another fruit, because they're all connected, and that's true. So that's a great way to look for it, or to even help you when certain fruit are difficult for you. So that's all we got for today. That's all the time we have, unfortunately. It is 10:02. So I'll let you guys close out as a group, pray together, and then when you're done, you can be dismissed. Don't forget, next week is what? Color War. Invite some friends. Make sure you come. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if you saw any of the videos from the high school stuff last week, but it was a blast, and you're not going to want to miss out on it. So make sure you invite your friends. It's a good opportunity for you to make friends. It's easier to make friends when you're having fun, and so it's a great opportunity for that. Again, hopefully we'll see you there at 4 o'clock next week. Go ahead and wrap up as a group.